Right, for the guys on stream, I never started to play any music. I apologize, but we're busy loading up, and this is totally new and unfamiliar to me. So I think it's a bit of a daunting task, but I'm gonna push through and get it going. We are live on YouTube now, guys. You're on Discord, by the way.
Thank you, Nico.
Okay.
Hmm. I wonder why I don't see the actual livery here, except for the default ones. When you guys update Toliss, does it throw away the liveries or what's the story?
I always back my liveries up if I update, Nico.
Yeah, I didn't do that. Right, well then I can't really fly it for the VA. I'll use this as a practice run and see if I can get it, satisfactorily working, and then I'll do the VA on my own. Which is the better sounding one, CFM or IAE?
IAE.
Oh, in a chorus. Okay, thank you.
That seems like a unanimous decision there.
Yeah. Okay, which gate, Hakan? What can I use?
I'm on the middle of the airport, sir. You need to choose one next. If I remember correctly, mine is 6.
Okay, I'll take 8.
No, I'm on 8. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Really, I don't remember. Let me check.
Okay.
No, I'm at 6. I'm at 6.
Okay, cool.
By the way, I'm not going to fly with the autopilot. I will follow all SID procedure by hand.
Good luck.
Because it is dangerous, sir.
Where is Uncle John? He's not watching the buses.
He's boycotting.
He's not a guy for the buses. Right, guys, so I'm not very familiar with this. I just repeat this at the beginning of this stream. I don't really know what I'm doing with an Airbus, but it sounded like a challenge and fun, so we're going to try and do this. Won't be flying it for the VA because of other situations that's cropped up, and we're just going to make this a fun event, for, like for lack of knowing what else to call it. We're just going to have some fun. Yeah, Dougal. Toliss for a change. A319. I'm
That's,
going. Sorry.
that's interesting, Nico. We got you in the A319, Arkan's in the 20, and I'm in the 21.
Oh, that's nice. Right, so somewhere there was a menu here, I think. Yeah, somewhere there. What's that?
Does somebody know the initial climb?
Nope. I haven't thought that far. Sorry, I'm at a total loss. Alright.
Well, I got
Nico,
a constraint at 10,000, so
Nico, I will start my flight and hold in somewhere, okay, sir?
Whatever, Hakan. I have no idea what I'm
Okay,
doing, so it might take me a while to actually get off the ground if I actually do. So
let's get started, sir.
I'm trying. I'm busy. I am busy. Hmm. Okay, well, my flight rate that British Airways Virtual is giving me does not work. Munir, I don't know what I'm doing, so if you guys can give me tips while we are working here, I don't know, you guys are more than welcome to help me out. I'm still at the flight planning stage, so I haven't done anything further. I'm not a bus driver, so Mooner, if you know better, Dougal, anybody else, guys, please give me tips.
You need to reduce to 25, sir.
25 what?
Zero full weight center of gravity.
Yeah, okay. Is it 25 or can it be lower than 25?
25. 25 is really good for this airplane.
Alright. All right, okay. Dougal, yeah. Shame. Okay, well, I've got a problem. The flight route that I was given doesn't work, so I want to clear my route and I want to auto route it quickly. So at least we'll have a working route. Okay, the next question is how do I get this route? Do I export it into the Toliss? How do I do that?
Just export it into FMS normal X-plane, Nico.
Okay, so, just like the Zebra then. Okay, cool. Okay, what runway are you taking?
08.
08. I take it you're using the tallest, Nico?
Yeah, yeah. And what runway landing?
27 right. Let me know when you want to bring it into the FMC, Nico, and I'll bring you through it.
Okay. You guys sure we're landing 27 right? I'm just asking again because I'm checking.
Yeah, that's my initial weather about 30 odd minutes ago.
Okay. Okay, because I get to Beacon Hill and then there's a whole gap to get to finals. So I'm just wondering, what's
That's
the,
because
yeah?
I think you need to use the Loga 1H, because if you use the Loga 1 Zulu, then you're gonna have exactly that.
Okay, but yeah, that means I'm going to have to scrap this flight plan as well. Hold on.
You can just select a different the star, just correct it. I don't know if that is the problem in your case, but that's what I had in mine here.
Okay, I've got a plan. Yeah, wrong one. Solo. And that is from Beacon Hill. I see. I might be able to fix it this way. BNN. Oh, that's BNN. Wrong one. Thanks, Mooner. That might help. Let's have a look. Yeah, it doesn't really help. It gives us the same story. Um,
Can anybody hear me?
yeah. Well, at this point in time, it doesn't matter whether I take which of the 27s I take. I've got a discontinuity. There's just no tie up. Um, Arkan,
Sir, yes, sir.
copy and paste me your route, please, so that I can see what route you guys are using.
But it is not possible for right now because I'm managing aircraft.
Aye. Okay. Uh,
I'll send you mine, Nico.
that's just what I wanted to say. Chris, you're up.
Sent in private message, Nico.
Okay.
Nico, you are not yet online, is it correct?
No, I'm online. I'm on YouTube. It is running.
No, I mean in IVEO.
Oh, no, 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 no. And by the looks of it, I'm hesitant to go online if I make a mess like this. Wow. The guys will kill me. So I am still not sure I'm going to go online, to be honest.
Then I push.
You're welcome. Beg your pardon. Mooner here on stream says to me 27 light, 27 left is active. Are you guys sure you want to use 27 right?
Then not.
Sorry, what does that mean? Are we using 27 right? We're just sticking to those guns.
Let's see.
Yeah, sticking to 27 right, Nico.
Okay. Because the
On
route,
IVEO at least,
yeah,
on IVEO at least they say 27 right.
is it on Ivea? Okay, no, well, we need to stick with that. Okay, on this route and on this approach, the only one that is active according to Navigraph, the actual active ones on this approach is the left one, not the right one. That's also why I'm asking. So I'm sticking to the right one then as well, just because you helped me with that. Okay. Chris,
Yes, Nico.
even with your route, there is no link between the last VOR and the runway. There just is nothing. There's no link that I can pick up. So I don't know what.
Lamborn transition. The Lamborn transition.
Yeah, Lamborn. I just don't get it to 27 right at all. I just don't get it. So I don't know if my Navigraph is acting up or what it is, but on the ILS there's nothing. Maybe on the RNAV or something. I don't know.
I had a discontinuity which I had to clear.
Yeah, then I might as well use my own route as well, because that was the whole issue. And the funny thing is, I don't know how the hell this thing works, because I clicked on this. I don't know if it's Tony or whatever this thing is, this VOR. If I click on it, it says the linked chart is for the ILS DME runway 27 right. Transition is LAM. Okay. But there's no such thing in my drop down list. Absolutely nothing.
The transitions in this MCDU is something different. I think there is a special button for it to select this, the transitions.
That was beautiful scenery, Haken.
Exactly, sir.
Do we fly out of Innsbruck often?
Yes.
Not me. Okay, if I choose 27 left, then I get a connection. There's just no way 27 right connects to this approach at all. Doesn't, or on this star. I don't know.
Just go 27 left, Nico.
Yeah, looks like I'll have to.
Later on, request a swing over.
It is ORBX, by the way.
Hmm. Okay, I beat it. I beat it. I deleted the whole route, copied and pasted your route again, and then when I went into the list, I got 27 right with Lamborn transition. I got it.
Good. Excellent, Nico.
I got it. I got it.
So all of that I'm seeing, Haken, is just your orthos that you've done?
No, I don't have ortho, sir. This is default. The only scenery I have Innsbruck ORBX.
It
It is
still looks
worth it
really
to
good.
buy.
But Jordan, all the let's say, sorry for this. The standard scenery, demo scenery from Explain is as well very good. From Innsbruck.
Yeah, it looks really good compared to the stuff that you get over the USA and Canada.
Hmm. How that possible?
I really love this airplane. Fantastic. It is a little bit frame killer, but good one.
I don't know. Obviously, the other night while I was fiddling with my database, I seem to have lost my A319 for British Airways, so another reason I can't fly the VA flight. I'll have to fix all of this behind the scenes and try again later, but for now, I just want to get going now. I'm getting highly frustrated. What altitudes are you guys flying?
360.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
John, welcome to the stream. Yeah, it feels like I've gone to the dark side. This is daunting. It's stressing me out here. I feel very stressful, like Hakan says. Well, how do you say it, Hakan?
I didn't understand because of this engine sound. Sorry, sir.
Don't worry,
Say
don't
again,
worry.
please.
How do you say it when you stress? You've got a special way of saying it that you're stressing.
In Turkish.
No, in English, you were telling us earlier you had a special way of just explaining. Doesn't matter. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm just talking.
Since I am concentrating to my airplane, I raise my brain, sir. My brain doesn't work properly.
Okay, don't worry, don't worry.
And also he's hand flying.
Mm. Well, you want to do crazy things, you do crazy things, right? We all have our problems.
But Airbus is always good.
Man, this ground traffic's crazy. They're like Mad Max.
Oh, the clothes is so realistic, sir. Really good weather today.
Yeah. Okay, this is not going to balance. But anyway, let's get this plan and get going. I don't get this. Sim Toolkit Pro has one of two modes, full screen or nothing. Ah, I think I found it. There we go. There was like a lock or something on it there at the top. Got it, got it, got it, got it, got it. I don't know if I need to do anything more there. We'll come back if we have to.
ATC called me.
Do what you have to do, Hakan. Isn't there like a countdown timer here at the top with the ADIRS?
I don't know for this airplane, sir. For Toliss, I don't have any idea.
Doesn't look like it.
But if you go to general settings, maybe you can see something there.
Doesn't matter, Hakan.
I think in the PFD is PFD or one of the screens is something mentioned top
Oh,
left,
there, I've
right.
got it. I've got it. Iris aligned 7 minutes. Got it. Thank you. In case anybody has stumbled on the stream, you're right, I have no idea what I'm doing. I have absolutely no idea. What is the weather doing here? Let's also check that. Sim Captain, welcome. I think you're in a better position than me. I'm sitting in Johannesburg, South Africa, pretending to be in Innsbruck in what's this, Austria, I think? I'm not even sure. Trying to figure out how a Airbus works. I don't know. I suppose we should start programming this toy.
Is that your top of climb marker, Haken?
Which one?
On your flight plan there, can you zoom into your GPS? You might be coming up to it still. I don't know on your stream. It looks like you're probably already past it actually.
By the way, at the same time, I'm listening ATC for your information.
Okay. So, I suppose I need to get zero fuel weight and stuff from this little menu thing, right?
Yeah, from the Toliss app.
Some captain. Yeah, the shoe's on the other foot now. Right, let's see. Block fuel. Suppose I was supposed to set that somewhere. Let's just quickly see what it's supposed to be. 6.3. .7 and 25. Right. Right, I'm not that bad.
Torsten, what's your status?
Currently passing 24,000 feet.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
By the way, I managed obviously to take off safely.
That sounds good, Torsten. That sounds good.
With an A330.
Ah.
Which needs a bit more space. But no, I think I had about another, let's say, 300 meters of runway, and it was okay. I'm only carrying 100 passengers, so that is actually quite realistic now. 30% of the seats occupied.
Yeah, pushing back.
Look, I don't want to be nasty, but this is taking it out of me. I'm not used to this.
You know, I had the same thing going on again right after takeoff. Not right after takeoff, but shortly after. I enable the autopilot, and then, you know, I'm like, okay, why is this thing stopping to climb now? Yeah, you got to actually hit that altitude button again, even though it was already set for
Okay.
aircraft control. I don't know if it's just maybe some kind of jar design thing.
Don't know.
No, I've never had to do that.
Alright.
At the moment I hit the altitude, or I gave the aircraft control by pushing the button, the engine started revving up again and a climb, and really just in the last moment too.
Because once you set your cruise altitude, set your flight plan accordingly, you push into managed mode. In other words, you have your cruise altitude with the dot to the right hand side, indicating you're in managed mode. Anything before that cruise altitude is managed by the aircraft.
That's what I was assuming as well, but it seems things were working out a bit different.
Okay. Right, so here's another question. Asking for a friend. How do you set the trim to 1.1 when it tells you to?
On my aircraft, it's the trim wheel, you set it up or down accordingly to what you've been given in the Toliss app.
Okay, mine is not
You need
working.
to.
No,
You need
there's
to.
something in the FMC. There's something in it. Where
I've
you
already
set
done it.
the
I've set it. So will it, in other words, turn the wheel automatically? Okay. After start engine.
No.
Muner, thank you very much. There we go. I was just thinking, this thing probably needs to run. Maybe the hydraulics isn't working yet.
Yes. The thing is, after start engine, you need to configure your airplane for takeoff, sir. You know, and you need to choose or select flight control phase. Then you can see what's your trim rate.
All right. I'm just doing it slowly. So I hope you guys don't get bored. But I don't know what the heck I'm doing. So I'm just taking it slowly.
Yeah, it's unfamiliar territory, Nico.
Well, not completely, but almost completely. Yes. At least I have you guys on Discord and a few guys here on stream that know more than me. I had to say that too. You guys know a little bit more than me. So.
You can't do that before start engine, sir.
I can what?
You can't do that. You can't set your trim before starting engine.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, it sounds like something's happening here. APU is running, so I suppose we better start the pushback. Is this ground? No, better pushback, better pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit. Toes driving up.
There's anything keeping me from doing it, so.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect. Set parking brake. Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start the engines.
Vaccine 08.
This is just an observation, okay? There are not many buttons to press in this thing, but if you look at the time that goes by from actually getting in to getting going, it takes a long time to press a few buttons.
Yep, there's a fair bit to do, Nico.
Operation complete. Please set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Nico, my explain frozen, sir.
Well, Hakan, I've just pushed back. You're welcome to start again.
I can't.
With the Zebo is going very well up to here.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. I'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
Okay, I think I figured out the trim as well.
Good, Nico. The thing with this aircraft, once you're used to it, it's not complicated, you know.
Yeah, I just feel a little bit like a fish out of water. I'll get there. I will get there. Do I have to put the probe heat on, guys?
Negative. It's automatic, Nico.
So no window heat, no probe heat.
No. Dark cockpit principle.
Yeah, no idea what that means, but anyway. Sorry, I'm just pulling your leg. I'm just pulling your leg.
The only thing you have to do in an Airbus is arm the speed brake before you take off.
Yeah, no, that I've got. That I've got.
Do you see pitch trim value there?
I got my pitch trim. Yeah, I got it right. Now it says to me, nav alti discrepancy, baro ref discrepancy. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong place. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I need to get the correct weather. No, my weather is reported at 1020. Oh, there we go. That's the problem. It needs to be on the other side as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Got it, got it, got it, got it. Amazing. Captain
Yeah.
Rick. Yeah,
In the Toliss menu from the drop down of X-Plane, you can sync them up just like the Zebo.
right. Let's find that. In the Toliss, I've got OpenAI SCS. Is that the one? I go into that menu thing.
Yep. I'm just going to open mine to get you in the right direction, Nico.
Ah, got
Under
it, got it, got it.
general settings.
Okay. Okay, well, let's do this now and never, guys. If I die, I die.
If you follow the flight director after taking off, there will nothing.
Thank you,
Toga,
Aka.
You are not going to die, sir. Don't take the autopilot immediately. I recommend. You are going to enjoy.
Okay, we'll see.
Yeah, the first turn is quite narrow, yeah?
But if you follow the flight director, everything is okay on the FMC. There is no problem, sir.
Okay.
Well, that's odd. My sim crashed.
My sim crashed as well. So, by the way, Nico, please don't forget we have some technology on this aircraft, which is called fly-by-wire. Be careful about that while you are turning, sir.
Okay. I'll try my best. Yeah, this is what I used to tell my customers in the real world as well. We're talking. There's a difference between knowledge and product knowledge. I've got the flight knowledge. I can fly. I'm a pilot. But the issue here is product knowledge. I need to learn this product to do it justice and to help myself. So this is the first time in a long time I've flown it, and in total, I don't think I've ever flown it more than 10 times ever. Ever. I mean, everything I do is just zero. So this is strange, man. Yeah.
Munir, do I know you from Cyprus, sir? Or somewhere else? I remember your name from Cyprus too. Maybe from Ivo, I don't know. If you introduce yourself, maybe you know the Hussein from Nicosia.
Yeah, it looks like your old friend, Nakan.
Yes, looks like.
Well, here goes nothing. It was nice knowing you guys.
If I remember correctly, Munir, there was a bowling salon for Hussein.
Approaching 08.
I don't know anyway.
On runway 26.
This is active sky performance clouds that I'm using. It's here in my top drawer, Dougal.
Yeah, then I probably remember you, sir. But it was too long years
On
ago.
runway 08. Caution, short runway, short runway.
Do you see Nico? I know him.
Yeah. I'm listening and waiting for call outs that doesn't happen. I don't know what the hell I'm doing with the bus. It says to me I must turn left.
Be careful of your altitude on that left turn, Nico.
Thank you, Mr. Chris. Okay, now it wants me to turn right again. I'm going to keep my eye on it. Where the hell is climb on this thing? A little bit more back. I don't hear the engines either. I think it's because I don't have the IAE add-on. Can that be?
Could be, Nico.
Probably.
Enjoyable, isn't it?
I actually don't know, Hakan. I'm just here for the ride. I'll tell you when I'm done. I've never heard of FT Sim. You know, guys, look, I know about the existence of this aircraft. I bought it like 2 years ago or whenever it came out. I've flown it maybe just about 10 times, if even. So I'm not familiar with any of the development, stuff behind the scenes, add-ons, updates, nothing. When I see there's an update that Juliana posts or something on Facebook, I obviously go and just run the updater. You know, so forgive me, I don't have the background knowledge for this aircraft at all. I'll have to find out who FT Sim is. Okay, I'm just going to mute myself. My dinner has arrived, so I shall be with you.
Enjoy.
I'm listening in, so don't say anything you don't want me to hear, okay?
Okay, Nico.
Don't
Okay.
forget Q&A, sir. Don't forget barometer.
Thank you, Hakan.
What's for dinner?
Steak,
Alright.
ribs, and baked potatoes.
Harkin, how did your flight go?
My simulator crashed.
Oh no! I thought you were offline for a bad reason. Couldn't possibly have landed by now.
Could you please say again, sir?
I didn't think you could have landed already by now. I saw your stream was off.
Yeah, unfortunately it is crashed, sir. So, I don't know why.
That's
I
what we
took
get for
the-
Harkin.
You took triple, sir. So, next time maybe.
Our takeoff scared me a bit.
Yeah, you get pretty close to the mountain range.
Too close. I disconnected the autopilot and flew it by hand straight out until I got altitude.
I'm not in front of computer for a while.
Okay, I can.
Okay, buddy.
Guys, as I'm sitting here eating, I've done a Google search on this FT sim. I don't see a Toliss or A319 sound pack on the website. Can one of you perhaps give me a PM and a link in a PM?
I think I just sent you something there from the FT Sim site. If you click on the A320, it also works for the 319 top.
Ah,
Yeah.
ah, thank you, thank you. Wow, thank you guys for all the links. You guys are amazing. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Wow, got inundated with links now. It shows you there are guys watching the stream. Ah, it's awesome. And you guys here. Ah, very nice. Yeah, Captain Rick, Dougal, Jordan, Chris, everybody else, Mooner. You guys, wow, thanks for all the links.
It's nice to give you something, Nico, instead of everybody having help from you.
You're telling me? Wow.
I missed the point. What kind of link, sir? For what, sir?
The Toliss sound pack.
Ah,
Yeah, I see the thumbs down guy is not here. Probably got bored with being an asshole. I asked him so nicely to come here and he can't even do this one job. I mean, really? He's just not here. Sorry, I find it hilarious.
It was a bit comical though, wasn't it?
For sure. No, good day. Welcome to the stream. Funny thing is, if he dislikes the next Zebo stream and he wants to press it twice, he's gonna take away the vote for the dislike. So he'll always only have one chance. You double click and it cancels. I think. I don't know. I don't want to go press it now, but I don't know. One of those things.
You can only press it once, I believe, Nico.
Yeah. It's not a counter that counts up. Anyway, I'm gonna go have to find the liveries again. It seems the update messed it. I didn't realize it will do that, so all my liveries are gone. I'm gonna have to go find the liveries again. No. It was bought from Aerosoft and it was given to me as a gift by Uncle John. When he came to visit me in February, he just brought it with him. And whenever he comes again, I'll probably ask him to bring the throttle quadrant from Honeycomb as well or something. But this one was actually a gift from Aerosoft or from Uncle John via Aerosoft, and then he brought it to me. So Aerosoft is the warranty holder on it. There are quite a few guys, by the way, in South Africa selling the yoke. They start at 10,000 Rand going up. Now, that's $500 minimum that you pay for this thing in South Africa if you buy
Wow.
local. Yeah.
That's unreal.
Yeah, the guys are ripping it, yeah. I mean, they know it's not so easy to bring things in, so they double and triple charge.
That goes for $349 Canadian here. That really sucks that you
What
guys
in
are getting
Turkey?
gouged for that.
It is not sold in Turkey.
Torsten,
Yes.
did you make that left turn off 08 at Innsbruck?
Right after takeoff, yeah. Well, not right after takeoff, but shortly after, did a slight left turn and then like almost a 180 right.
I chickened out on that. It scared me. I got too close. Maybe I was too heavy.
Oh, I made it over those mountains safely. That was no problem.
I waited till I got the altitude before I made the turn.
Nico,
Yes, Hakan.
Munir sent me a picture to me. I'm so happy to see that. I also sent you as a PM. Please check it. We were in a group in Cyprus. Next to me is Onur. Onur is a real pilot in Turkish Airlines right now. We were students in Cyprus in that time.
Okay, gotcha. Hello, Will. No, in business, in the real world, the more people I deal with, the more they don't want to ship to South Africa because of the theft at the post office. The guys are getting tired. The insurance companies don't want to insure the packages anymore because they know it never reaches the destination in this country. So unless you know somebody that can bring it in, or one of the big importers actually start stocking it, I don't know how we're going to get these things in this country. Because to give you an example, when we created the Zebo pilot shop, I was the first guy who placed an order. Everybody else got their mugs and their t-shirts and hoodies and everything else. I'm talking in America it was like 3 days, in the UK it was like 2 days it was delivered. I had to wait 4 months. I started joking with my wife and I said to her when I go and work here, in the rural areas, I wouldn't be surprised if I met a guy wearing my Zebo shirt one day. And it took like 4 months before that shirt actually arrived here.
Is that Zebo pilot shop still up and online?
Yeah, it's still running. It's an independent thing. We don't have to, do anything. So Jorge obviously keeps an eye on it. I keep an eye on it, but it runs independent through Teespring. They're responsible for all the orders and things. Anyway, guys, let me quickly take my plate downstairs and just show my eyes there. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Okay, Nico.
Hey, Mac.
To you.
Hello, Mr. Mac.
What I'm going to tell you, please don't be disappointed, okay, sir?
What was that about?
Nico and Chris flying with the Airbus, sir. Don't be disappointed, sir.
No, I did catch that was going to happen earlier and then fell asleep again. When you said there was a handicap, I did think about they've got to fly the Airbus sat on their hands, because you don't need hands to fly an Airbus.
I think Nico's going to disagree with that now, Mr. Mac.
Really?
Yep. He said it takes so long just to press a few buttons.
How you can use your toes for that?
Yeah, he's just gone to take his plate down and streaming, so he'll be back in with it.
Is Nico there?
Not yet, Tarkan.
Thumbs down guy here, sir.
Hakan,
Sir, yes, sir.
the Toliss A321 has AVITAB.
Yes.
The flight factor doesn't have it.
Yes. Flight Factor has a processor.
Yeah. It's not working very good.
But you can connect directly to Navigraph. Maybe in Toliss as well. I don't know
Yeah.
why they don't put some kind of facility there. I don't have really any idea why.
I am back.
You can use
Nico!
this avatar from the menu. This is work.
Nico!
Yes.
Thumbs down guy is here and he hide himself.
Oh, okay.
Would you like to say something like asshole or etc.?
No, no, you can go and, waste his time, rewind the video and go watch it himself. I said it to him already.
Okay. If you want, I can tell.
Yeah, tell him.
Also,
Yeah. Saves me from doing it.
you see how I am direct?
Yeah.
So anyway, let me turn this camera off. Really nice to see and talking with Minur after 14 years again.
Wow.
14 years.
Yeah, amazing.
Mr. Mac is here as well, Nico.
Hello, Mr. Mac.
Do we have to talk up to Airbus pilots or down to pilots?
You know my favorite saying, but I'm not going to offend anybody today. So,
Oh, you are.
When you announced earlier that you were flying the Airbus, I was listening.
okay.
And when it was suggested what should the handicap be, I was going to suggest that you've got to fly the Airbus sat on your hand. And Harkin mentioned, yeah, but there's still lots of buttons that need to be pressed. I said, well, you've got toe.
See, Honeycomb's coming out with some rudder pedals now.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm sure they're worth $250.
If you
Was
take
hardly
everything
sarcastic, right?
I've no doubt they'll be here for 2024 as well.
oh, it will be expensive for you, sir.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Let's work madly.
Jordan, there are a couple of videos where people built their own rudder pedals and stuff like that, for $10 maybe, and they would.
Really?
Yeah.
Rudder
Homemade rudder pedals, eh?
Well, rudder
Yeah.
pedals aren't as difficult because you've only got one axis to worry about, really.
Yeah, the most
Free.
complicated part of it is if you don't already have some kind of joystick with the electronics on it to run over a USB, then you need to buy an Arduino, whatever, I can't remember what it is.
Yeah,
It's like a little circuit board with a chip on it, and you got to do a little bit of programming, but basically it does the same thing. And the Arduino, I don't remember, the most expensive one costs maybe $50 or something. Of course, you wouldn't use that one for just a rudder pedal.
Yeah. I use Arduinos and Raspberry Pi stuff for my home brewery setup in my basement. It's pretty cool.
not computer aided different brewing now in the hut.
Oh, the plan is to have it fully automated, so I don't even have to do a thing. I'll just make it for.
Yeah, just go fetch the drinks when it's done.
Put a couple pictures in here so you guys can see what it looks like. It's pretty cool.
Homebrewing sounds like it's come a long way since the last time I did it.
It really has.
Another half an hour to go for top of descent. Okay.
Nico, you are that far?
Looks like it. Yeah. Don't know why.
212 miles to go.
I have 260. Wow.
349.
Nothing.
I'm almost a beam Luxembourg. Let's put it like that.
Oh, you're very close to me then, Nico.
There we go. I posted a couple pictures there in general chat of this.
Nico, what's
It's
your ground
a
speed?
serious setup.
Sorry, who was asking, calling my name Daspor?
Yeah, is it, what's your ground speed?
My ground speed is 410.
It's not that much more.
It's now 411. Listen to you. Didn't like to be same. To hear it's wrong. I don't know. Look, I don't know this aircraft. I'm just here for the ride.
Where are those screenshots?
Just in general chat at the top there, Zebo Pilots.
Ah, thanks.
Next time put them in adults only. Otherwise somebody's gonna bitch
Yes.
and moan.
Sorry, I'll move it.
Okay. Somebody's gonna complain. Into the rig. Sorry, I didn't realize you were waiting for me. I've just given you permission. So if you're still on stream with us, you can join us on Discord now. I have assigned your access rights.
Jordan, just a question. What is it for? What is it?
That's for making beer.
I see. Okay.
Okay, guys, question time. For those of you that actually know this aircraft better than me, is there any news on future development and actually, making the trays work and the footrests work and the extra bells and whistles? What about this flight computer here? Do you know of any movement from Toliss that they're going to upgrade the shell? Because I mean, it's kind of bland compared to jar design, eh? Anybody know anything?
Not that I've heard any.
Okay.
Don't know anything.
Are you flying in Baldwin or
41 Mac.
Arkan, were you in Vulcan?
Oh, yeah, I'm on it full time. I do load level 4 and just to double check things.
Well, Dougal, I did the big update. This is after the update. I made sure this is the latest version, but it's still just a shell. It's a very good system with very good McDo. But apart from the McDo and the flight model, it's a shell. There isn't any eye candy, any nice to haves. It's a shell. And I'm not saying it to be nasty. It's just what it is compared to jar design. It's empty. So I'm just curious if these guys are actually, looking at updating it a bit. Dimitri isn't involved with Toliss, or is he? Or is it just a big fan that knows a lot of things? Just, I mean, I don't know him that well, so I'm just asking.
I'm back.
Hello, Margaret. Jordan asked earlier and you didn't hear him because you weren't here. He wanted to know if you were in Vulcan when your system crashed.
That was me actually.
Oh, sorry, Torsten. Sorry.
No, it is 11:41.
Mac,
Yes.
that new twatter that came out yesterday, is that now Vulcan compatible or still not?
What do you mean Vulcan compatible? I am flying it in Vulcan.
Well, that answers my question.
There's very little in it that would probably cause trouble in Vulcan.
Okay, no, because I want to transfer mine then over as well.
Yeah, no, I haven't noticed anything. Not yet.
Okay.
Nico,
It's me.
thumbs down.
No, man. Did that guy actually come into his job?
Exactly, sir.
Ah. Alright, cool. Ah, at least he's good for one thing in his life.
The consistency on the thumbs down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, very good at that. I mean, he
Good
set the
working.
gold standard. He's got to keep it up now. But it took a while, that's for sure. You know, probably had a lazy Sunday afternoon as well. Something, I don't know. Wife kept him
He's
busy.
probably busy giving all the other streamers thumbs down too.
Yes, you know.
Have you started talking with ATC while you are crashing?
No, well, I'm not online, so I'm not going to speak to ATC. Yeah, Dougal, but he feels better. That's the main thing. Good for him. You know, he feels better. He's done his duty. You know, he's given his disdain to the world to know that he hates me. And I say he must feel better.
Yeah, but nobody knows that it's him, so unless he actually posts a comment below and saying, yeah, well, I did that, thumbs down, I'm the king.
Shame.
Thing is with people like that, they have to make themselves feel relevant when they're totally irrelevant.
Mm.
Just an update, Nico. The update for the Twitter, the G1000 install is now working,
Okay.
but unfortunately requires a mod because in the cold and dark state the G1000 is already started.
Okay.
But Rob just said it will take a day or two to sort that.
Okay. Okay, here's a question for you, clever Toliss users. I've now downloaded this A319 sound pack from TFM or whatever his name is. Get his name correct here. Don't see it. It's somewhere in the download link. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Anyway, XPS or something is this one. It seems. Don't know. Whatever. The fact of the matter is I've now put it in. So now, will it work on either of the selected engines or only on one?
Only on one, Nico.
So which one do you fly, the IAE or the CFM?
IAE.
IAE. Yeah, we'll go check it out.
Nico, there is no thumbs down anymore.
Good. I hope he feels very embarrassed.
Yes, he learns.
Right, Nico, there is a problem with the 530, Garmin 530 under metal on the map, but it works in OpenGL. Whether that be the same in Volt, I don't know.
I don't know, but let's give him a day or two to sort it out, then we go fly it again.
Yeah.
Dougal, remind me again, closer to the time, please. What does he call himself? RW Design or something, eh?
Yeah. Well, do you want the link?
For what?
The forum post that I'll keep
No,
up to
no,
date.
no. No, you my link. Yeah, you know, I lean heavily on you, my friend. I'll just open my ears and listen.
Okay.
Okay, so here's a question. Here's a question. I didn't realize this. Okay, so we were talking about FT sim, and then a whole bunch of you sent me links. Then a guy by the name of XPS crept in here now, obviously. I didn't realize it's not the same guy because, I mean, superficially the websites look the same. What's the difference now between FT sim and XPS? Why? How does that work now?
No idea.
We'll have to start it up when we land. And there is Dimitri. Hello, hello, hello. When I go to FTM, to the main page, then I go to the A320, guess what it gives me then? Then he changes his name. He's no longer FTM, he becomes XPS, so it's the same guy. Very interesting. Cockpits live. Hello, hello. Yeah, this is ORBX scenery for LOWI. No worries. Yeah, still going to be an Airbus, man. Still going to be an Airbus. Bus pilots. Different breed of men, eh? Different guys. Well, I'm almost at the ditch.
50 miles to descent.
Mine looks like about 70.
A bit of trivia for you, Nico, on the Airbus. The A319 has a longer range than the A321 on standard fitting tanks.
Yeah,
Okay.
quite a bit.
Well, I know they fly the 319 from London to America, you know, from London City. Or they used to at least.
The A321 has the same wing, except it's longer and is heavier.
So in other words, it's a missile. More of a missile. Because, I mean, if you have the same wings and you're just longer and all your lift stays the same, so you've got to have probably stronger engines.
Yeah, they have to fit 2 more tanks inside the A321 to extend its range.
So, we're getting closer.
We are indeed.
And you will not believe what I tell you now. I just got a job to do for work for tomorrow morning with a deadline of 10 a.m.
Phew.
And you weren't expecting that one?
Nope, nope.
I hope it's not a big problem then.
No, I need to sort out a machine, a laptop for one of the ladies apparently. Thanks, Dimitri. I know nothing of Airbuses, so that's way beyond me.
Question for you, Nico.
Yeah.
Active Sky and X-Vision work together fairly well.
Oh, yeah. Okay, here's another question for you, Toliss people. Ora, you're welcome to ask. Let me just ask my question quickly. Look what has happened. I went into my folder. Remember I told you my liveries are gone, right? So look there. When I ran the updater, and this is all I did, right? I ran the updater. It's now gone and put the Toliss in a folder, you know, one level down. There's the updater, there's the plugins, there's the liveries. There we have all my liveries. But instead of having the actual aircraft in this folder where the other one was, it's now gone and created a new folder. Is that normal?
Well, not usually. I think we might now have to tell it where it was residing.
I don't know. Okay, I'll rerun the updater or something. Okay, Aura first you. I'm not sure what's not working. Everything seems to be working. No, you need to get the latest update. Get version 3.41 RC 2.2. That will fix the problem. George, I'm not a Airbus pilot, unfortunately. My real world experience didn't extend here. This is actually me just trying out and seeing if I can actually fly the Toliss. That's why I'm streaming this one. I'm much more comfortable in the Boeing or in the real world in little small props, but this is just me having a bit of fun here on a Sunday afternoon. The guys on Discord and here on the stream have been kind enough to teach me a couple of things about Airbus that I, obviously need to go practice now. Yeah, I'm thinking the same. I'm thinking the Pitos guys in terms of this post here that I'm reading. Jordan, you're still here?
He's still in.
All right, we'll talk to him now. There's someone else that has mentioned that the Zibo acted strangely, and the guy actually suggests here, as I said earlier, the Pito were probably frozen up, so the aircraft couldn't get the correct information. So you guys have to be very careful when you fly the Zibo. You have to use it correctly. George, I'm from South Africa. That's correct, Bjorn. Thanks for that. That's true. Yeah, it's just you need to get the latest Zibo. That's all. 2.2 on the RC model fixes it. Well, George, welcome and thank you for joining us on stream. I suppose I need to start pressing the button to go down now. It's not a Boeing. No, that one. Why did they make an Airbus that you had to press a button to do that? Is it to keep the guys awake or what?
I was just about to say the same.
When I used to fly for British Airways Virtual, every hour they would ask you to either set a COM radio frequency or you had to do some maths. So they would ask you 1 + 1 or 3 + 8 or some stupid math equation. And if you didn't answer, they disconnected you from the system, so you couldn't log your flight.
That's to stop people walking away from the flight deck.
Yeah, they want to simulate it more realistically. The problem is up until this lockdown, I mean, and after this lockdown, starting this afternoon after I finish this flight, I mean, I'm working. I can't sit here and nurse this thing the whole time. That's one of the reasons I don't do long haul, because there's no ways I can sit in front of this machine for 8 hours while a silly computer is flying a plane somewhere. You know, if you want to fly in a VA and you want to do things like that, they need to, you know, allow you to, you know, walk away.
Yeah, they used to do the same on the transatlantic ones, Nico. You had to make, every hour you had to make a position report.
Yeah, it's crazy. I like making it real, but that's like,
Somebody in the FBO wants to join us as well.
we are not in a locked room. Anybody can join us.
Okay. I didn't know whether that was somebody who just joined.
Tracy. No, Tracy comes in and out when he feels like it. I don't know why he's not popping in. There's been one or two new guys, I would drag them in and they would quickly run away. I don't know whether it's stage fright or whatever it is. When I drag the new guys in here, they run. And I would send them messages, don't be shy, but
Yeah, I can't take it.
George, this is for you. Join a virtual airline. I fall under the VAMSIS group. So I fly for Virtual Ryanair, for EasyJet, and for Virtual British Airways, right? So if you want to fly a route and get routes to fly a bit, this is a nice way of doing it, because you simply come in here. This is now Ryanair, and you select the destination. That little man over there, that's where you are, where I am. You know, and I can just click wherever I want to go and book a flight. You know, so if you're looking for routes, I would highly recommend anybody, you know, that's watching, go join a virtual airline somewhere and let them give you the routes, because that will keep you busy. You can rank up, you can build your hours. There's, you know, achievements to be made. So that's my suggestion if you're looking for routes. Seem to be getting closer. Dimitri, I'm with you. I'm with you. I don't understand. People have different ideas of how to celebrate milestones. Tracy? Tracy,
Yes.
why didn't you join us?
Oh man, I tried and I don't know if there's a special way I think you gotta lock on the room right.
No, somebody must have messed it up then because I didn't put a lock on the room. Let me see here. Zebo pilots. You can definitely connect. I don't know. Uncle John was also saying that there's a problem with this room. I'm going to drag you in. Alright, guys, Tracy just said he couldn't get into the room like there's a lock on it. Uncle John actually said to me he couldn't even see the room. You guys don't have a problem or didn't have a problem to get in here, right?
No, no problem.
That's weird.
Okay, so the room you're talking about is the FBO room or the group flight.
No, this group flight.
I definitely couldn't get in here.
That's weird. Well, I've reassigned your rights, Tracy, so would you mind going to FBO? I'll drag you in if you can't come back. Just go check, go out, come back in.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, good.
Alright, well, I just cycled your permissions.
Are you doing ILS approach into 27, Nico?
Yeah, why?
Well, don't want to teach you to suck eggs, but on the approach, don't forget to hit the 2 LS buttons.
2 or 1? Okay, I got these 2. Okay. Thank you, because that is also a funny Airbus thing. Alright, okay, so you've got a game to propose, Dimitri. Landing rate guessing game. Oh, no, please. I don't know what else can happen with this Airbus, but be my guest. Be my guest. Yeah, there's no obligation to fly for Virtual Ryanair. I don't fly for any virtual airline that presses me to fly once a month. It just sucks. I don't do that. Alright, Ora, you're welcome. Oh, Dimitri, I've had a couple. I actually had a guy this morning who jokingly basically said that I'm lying. That's the message of his message. Because Zebo fixed the porpoising problem, and I've been telling everybody to read my install guide and set it up correctly. So he didn't like that, and he thought it would be nice to give me a jab, you know. And so I just had to explain myself there. If you've got little information, if you don't know any better, it's dangerous. If you guys want to see some fun with RC 2.2, go check the video just before this one. I went to Porto. I called it episode 2 of the circuit training. So it's circuit and landing training episode 2 in bad weather. I made sure, and you can go watch that video, that I threw the most horrific winds and conditions to the Zebo RC 2.2 this morning. We had winds from the front, tailwinds, side winds. We were rocking and rolling like rodeo riders in that plane at points in that flight. It was stable as a rock, man. That thing just flew beautifully. Anthony, yeah, that's the most logical answer. Yeah, you've got to synchronize your nav data with all the systems, the aircraft as well. So anyway, to make a long story short, I'd like to see anybody, you know, honest to goodness say that RC 2.2 isn't flyable. It is, man. We put it through its paces. It really is very good. This morning proved it. Go for it. Go for it, AG. And if it doesn't work, we'll help you find the problem where it is. Yeah. Yeah, it will. Dan, that's a very good question. I like the idea of having a good working Airbus. I do not so much like the idea that it's an empty shell. There are lots and lots and lots of room for improvement when it comes to immersion and you know, just nice to haves. For instance, the tray, I can't get this tray out. The feet rests don't work. This little computer doesn't work. So I can see myself flying this thing because it's a stable Airbus. You know, if I want to fly for British Airways Virtual, I now have an aircraft that I can use. Okay, but I really hope these guys actually. What else? That speed brake's still out. No, man, the speed brake's out. I really hope the guys will actually put some effort into just making, you know, a better presentation with more bells and whistles and nice to haves.
The only thing I can say, Nico, is Toliss update more than flight factor.
Yeah, okay, but I don't even want to talk about flight factor. They don't even go there. Dimitri, I am using a real view, but I disable the sounds because those sounds are, I don't know, from a pitch dark hole somewhere in the ground or something. I don't know how anybody can listen to those sounds. It drove me insane. I had it on my headset for like 10 minutes and I just said, no, can't listen to that. So I'm not sure if it's aircraft specific or what it is, but the real view sound is that's not aircraft sound. I don't know. It sounds like comes from a graveyard somewhere on Halloween or something. I don't know. It's funny. Not for me. Muner, no, I'm not. I was supposed to fly on Iveo, and because I struggled with the product knowledge, I'm not familiar with this product, this Toliss aircraft at all. I mean, I know the chart design much better. I can fly that one much better than you know, from the knowledge I have and the experience I have. This one is new. It's not new, but I don't have the experience with it. You know, I don't have what's the right word?
Familiarity.
Yeah, I'm not very familiar with this. This is a new product to me for all intents and purposes. So anyway, the guys here had to help me a bit, and I decided not to fly online because I don't want to go and create a problem for a controller somewhere. Thanks, Muner. I appreciate you looking out for me. I do appreciate that.
So have you landed well all? I haven't had the chance to hear this and see this. I had to handle my aircraft.
Well, I haven't landed yet, so.
Sorry, Nico.
No, it's fine. I'm coming in strong. I've got a couple of track miles to go, but you guys are welcome to watch my stream then if you don't have anything else to do here on Discord. Dimitri, my Experialistic works perfectly well in Vulkan as well as in X-Plane 1141. The problem is that it's a Lua script, so you lose a lot of resources. And the only reason I went to RealView is because it is a plugin. I've also got Headshake. I've got all of them on my system here. The problem with RealView, apart from the sound also, is the touchdown effect sucks. I mean, the guy needs to fix that big time. It's the same with Headshake. It's not very realistic. Touchdown, it's okay, but it's not Experialistic. Now, Experialistic did announce that he is going to update to a version 2. And that will also be a plugin and not a script. So I'll wait for that one. In the interim, I'm going to just bounce between them, you know, depending on the flight and the resource hog situation and the resources I need. I'll just jump between them. Hello, Christer. Dimitri, I can't say it does not. I mean, the only thing I disable in Experialistic is just the wind on the airframe sound. That's all. Okay, do I have to go to the approach phase myself, or does it automatically switch over?
You can go yourself or wait till it hits the correct altitude, like 3,000 feet, and then it'll switch over.
Okay, it seems it switched over. Dimitri, if you want to test it, we must try get together in the week. Come to Discord and we'll do some private streaming here, and then we can test those things. What? I'm not getting great frames here, but I'm at least 23, 24 for the city. That's not bad.
Altimeter setting.
Okay, I'll talk to you. We can do a couple of tests. Dimitri, in the description below the video here, what you're watching, just go to show more. The link is there. Just copy and paste in your browser. That's your invitation.
Runway vacated.
Good stuff. Dimitri, I don't think so.
2,500.
Stuck at 2,500, your altitude.
Oh, is it? Oh, I forgot to press the button. You see, that's what happens when a bus driver or a Boeing pilot wants to be a bus driver. Oh, now I suppose I need to press the button. I'm looking for Dimitri here in Discord. That's where my attention was. Dimitri, I can't see you at all, so I don't know. I don't think I need to give you permissions again, unless you left. You know, if you left the server, that's a different story. But I don't actually see you, so I can't say. So Hakan, where's Hakan?
He's not here, sir.
I wanted to make a joke with him.
$1,000.
Glide slow. Glide slow. Glide slow.
Okay, yeah, while I'm seeing this, is there any way of getting the ND to display the XRAS in the Toliss like we have in the
500.
Glide slow.
In the Zebra?
There is, Nico, but I don't have the script.
Glide slow.
Okay, I'll search for it or make one.
Glide slow.
That would be nice. Be great.
Glide slow.
400.
Glide slow.
Muner, I'm trying,
slow.
but this is a challenge, so let's see what we can do.
Glide slow. Glide slow.
Yeah, glide slow, whatever.
200. $100. 50. 40. 30. Retard. Retard. 10. 5.
I don't know, 140 feet. Is that okay for a bus?
Yeah.
I see it doesn't recognize my TOCAS, but it's okay. The auto brake worked. That's good enough for now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Welcome to London Heathrow. When Batman and Robin finally stops at the gate, we can, get off. Dimitri, I know. I'm just being an idiot, because for me it was just a funny question.
I don't like the weather here. Can we go back again?
It's a
Mac.
shame I wasn't qualified enough to mark you on it, but there you go.
Right, well, great stuff, guys. Thank you so much. I have absolutely no idea who parks here, who this is for, but I'm gonna take this parking. I do not like the way that the reacts here. It's making my eyes go cross because it doesn't do anything in the next moment. It's very harsh. Anyway, I'm going to park here and call it a day. And thank you guys for watching. Thank you for all the tuition that the guys gave me on Discord as well as on the stream. Thank you that you had enough patience to help me with this because this was awesome. So, at the end of the day, maybe let me just also give you this verdict. I think I'll fly this bird a little, again. Um, Especially now for British Airways Virtual. I'll have to practice a little bit. Same goes for the jar design one. I have to keep the flames burning with these buses somehow.
Do you know what those pans are there, Nick?
What?
Do you know what those ramps are there?
No idea.
The decommissioning ones where they take all the valuable stuff before they fly the planes to the scrapyard.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that, Max. So thanks for enlightening me.
You believe anything, wouldn't you?
You know what? No, I'm not that gullible, but it was a very good story, I promise you. So, guys, enjoy. Thanks for watching. Stay well. Be safe. Bye bye.